Yes, people, what's everyone saying? What's everyone saying, man? Come on, big up Footy Judge Mo. Yeah, Footy Judge Mo with the redirect, yeah? Come on now. From the Street Nation. Legend, bro. I mean, sorry, the street to the stadium. Big up to I know Tez. Listen, I can't read in it yet, so you gotta bear with me, mate. I don't have my glasses. United. Come on, big up United, man. Yeah. I'm gonna be reacting to pretty much all the games in it. Yeah. And you lot tell me what you lot think. I can't lie to you. This league has been it's been mad. It's been absolutely mad. Footy Judge Mo, shout out to him. There's 114 people here. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Big up, yeah. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Salute Ahmed. Oi, legend, yeah. You guys are all sick. It was an interesting conversation on Footy Judge Mo's show. All I'm saying is with the just to allude to the whole Rice thing, I don't think Rice is a dead player. It's just about when you're comparing him to Frank Lampard and Steven Gerrard, even if he wins like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 titles, it's incomparable, bro. Like you can't be putting him in that type of level. Do you get me? Because Michael Carrick has won bare trophies and he was never getting world class shouts. That's it. And if Arsenal win this league, fair play. Yeah, it's not. I don't actually hate Arsenal like that. I'm just pointing out the when people start throwing world class just loosely, man. Come on now, bro. Yeah, we used to have Hazard. We used to have Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney, Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, Alexis Sanchez, right? You got Harry Kane, you got Aguero, Van Persie. These are the type of levels that we're talking about, yeah? So you can still obviously be a good player, but come on now. Yeah, Man United. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't know if anyone's watched that United game. I've said it personally. If that was given against me, the Cunha, yeah, we have Cherky now, isn't it? Cherky is a baller, bro. He's different. Like the pass that he played was so sick against Leeds. That pass with his weaker foot was sensational. Was absolutely link. Thandies. Wait, who? What do you mean link to what? Yeah, what do you mean? What link to the show? But yeah, Man United, bro. Bro, I was watching that game, and I'm like, why do we looked so sloppy in possession? We looked abysmal. That performance was so bad. It was absolutely horrendous, yeah. And the whole title challenging, are we going to do a title charge or are we going to compete for next year? Man United won't compete for next year because we need a lot. Yeah, you can't just magically, even if you finish third or second, you can't just magically compete out of nowhere. I think there's a lot of things that you need that are required to actually compete. Mainu is getting away with murder because we're winning. Mainu's been good under Carrick. He played well against Arsenal. He played well against Man City. He played well for the majority of his games, barring maybe 1 or 2. I think he was against Palace. He wasn't that great in terms of being on the ball, but he was defending. And he was winning his duels. I thought Mainu had an okay game. I don't think he was levels. Why heat on Declan Rice crying after? Wait, why heat on Rice? Stop crying, and he's not better than Mainu. Mainu's a better player than him. Last 3 games has been crap. The Everton game wasn't good. The West Ham game wasn't good, and Palace game was not good either. So, yeah, I don't think Mainu's been getting away with anything, bro. Like I think he's been fairly calm. Yeah, you got to understand that this guy was literally out of the limelight, for over a year. For almost a year, sorry, under Ruben Amorim. So and we've been playing better as a team with him. He's had some solid performances, and I think I'm happy with Kobbie Mainoo's in terms of how he's playing. Should he play a little bit better in terms of not being too sloppy in possession? Because I know there was an instant where he could have. Yeah, but bro, you do realize, that the last game, I don't think he's been crap. The last 3 games, I don't think he's been crap. I'm not saying he was amazing either. So yeah, like Kobbie Mainoo is a player who he's starting to play well. He's finally getting his minutes. He ain't going to be the finished article straight away, but he's got mad quality. I was expecting a better performance. I'm not going to lie to you against Palace because that was horrendous. Even when you're watching against Everton, like we struggle to break them down. I know they're a difficult side, and I'm not expecting us to create like 3 or 4 mad opportunities each game. But after playing how we played against Everton, you would kind of expect us to raise their levels by a lot against Palace. Bro, no Mateta. Palace are literally, I don't know where they are in the league, but they've got no Mateta. The Glasner has literally fallen out with the owners. They've lost 11 games. They don't have great players. They don't have great players. And we were at home and they were away. And they looked way more comfortable in the first half. Way more comfortable. I don't think Palace created that many opportunities. Lemons didn't really have anything to look out for. Why do you not like Declan Rice? He is world class. It's not because of whether I like him or not. I don't think he possesses qualities that make him world class. World class to me is a guy like Vitinha, is a guy like Pedri, midfielders like David Silva, midfielders like Yaya Toure, midfielders like Fabregas, Kevin De Bruyne, Steven Gerrard, Paul Scholes. That's the type of world class. That's where I put my world class category. I don't believe this Rice guy is world class. Cherky, I don't think he's a world class player yet. I think he's got world class talent, but he can be world class. For me, to meet the world class criteria, you have to have world class talent. You have to. Yeah. Lamine Yamal's a world class player. Harry Kane's a world class player. Right? That's the type of players that we're talking about. Hopefully that makes sense. So Kobe's issue is the pressure to perform and also profile. I don't think it's pressure, because I've seen it. Obviously, you've seen him go to the Euros and handle the pressure. His first call up for England. You've seen him play in the FA Cup final. He bossed Rodri. I've seen Kobe Mainoo against the Lyon game where he scored the winner. Kobe Mainoo's issue isn't profile. I think Kobe Mainoo he still needs to learn a lot about the game, because he's playing in a double pivot. Do you get me? He's not really your typical number 6, right? He's comfortable in possession, but you still need a lot of other attributes here to make you a very good 6. You have to have good positioning, good awareness, being aware of your surroundings. I think Kobe Mainoo's best attribute, is dribbling, shooting, and in tight areas being able to, dribble past his players and picking out a shot. Look at that goal against Wolves. That's a prime example of Kobe Mainoo. Yeah, that's a prime example of Kobe Mainoo's qualities. So hopefully that answers you, Beauty Ashes. Bruno deserves more flowers. I can't. He's carrying you. Bruno Fernandes in the second half. He upped his performance a lot. So credit to him. The first half, I thought he was awful, but second half, Ahmed, you don't rate Bellingham. Can you explain? I think the reason why I don't rate Jude Bellingham is because when people talk about when they say, "Oh, play him in the number 10 position," he's one of England's best talents. I believe all of Jude Bellingham's best strengths are literally down to his physicality, his athleticism, and him being able to, run around. He's okay on the ball and he can box crash. I don't think it's a unique profile. We've seen so many players here that are better than him. I just don't think he's that good on the ball. I don't think he's world class. I think he's massively overrated. Obviously, he plays for Madrid. He's English, so he's going to get more of that. Declan Rice is way better than Pedri, and Yamal is not world class. Are you joking me? That's horrible. That is not true at all. No chance. No chance, yeah. Ahmed, why do you not hold accountability on Hussam when he puts his thumb? Crystal Palace robbed you. Should you respond to that or rob you? I don't know why. Wait, Ahmed, why don't you hold accountability on Hussam when he put his thumb? Palace robbed you. Should you respond to that? They did not rob. I don't know what he was talking about. No, but the reason with me is that Hussam, big up to Hussam, when he watches Man United, he's obviously not going to be objective. When we got that when we got that decision given to us, he's going to think in his mind that, the refs are with United, blah, 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 blah. They always do this when there's been other games where it's gone against us, right? And there's been so many other teams that have had refereeing decisions go for them, which is why I named him the Arsenal and Tottenham one when they scored a goal and Gabriel made a meal out of the push. I talked about the Wirtz goal for, I think it was against Fulham, where they ruled it offside, and then Sky Sports put out a video of the ref saying, I don't know what his name is yet, but it looks like he was refereeing for a long time. He was commenting on it and saying it wasn't actually offside. But that's what I'm saying exactly, bro. I just want I just want the consistency to be the same. That's all it is. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Kvaratskhelia, yeah, doesn't have elite numbers. If we actually, you know what? Let's look at Kava's numbers. Yeah, because I don't like stats, but this is why stats can easily get debunked because we're saying a player is world class and everyone talks about GA. Kvaratskhelia for Napoli. Don't forget, by the way, for Napoli, he was actually a very, very good player. It's not just at PSG. For Napoli, in the 22-23 season, he got 12 goals, 10 assists. That's decent. The next, he got 11 goals and 6 assists. The last season at Napoli, he got 5 and 3. PSG last season, he got 4 goals and 3 assists. He didn't play that many games, but he's not having mad numbers. Yeah, that's my point. He isn't a goal scorer and he's not an assisting machine, but what he does for the team is amazing. He's quality, bro. He's absolutely quality. Ahmed, how did we go from Hazard, Sterling, Sané, Mane, Morris to bro? Let me just address this here to everyone who's watching this. Bukayo Saka, do I think he's a bad player? No. Do I think he's an elite player? No. Do I think he's a good player? Yes. But when the reason why I'm just very opinionated when people start saying he's world class, because bro, the names that you just named, I think Hazard is on a different league to by himself in it, right? But I get the point you're making. Sané, Mane, Son, Morris, Hazard. Bro, they were telling me that Sterling isn't better than Saka. Like, come on now, yeah? Hey, listen. Hello, Kels. What are you saying?
Hello.
Hello. Listen, this is the first time that you've been on the stream. Appreciate you tuning in. Sorry for the late, what's that called? The late
invite.
Yeah. We were just pretty much reacting to the Premier League and got this redirect from Footy Judge Mo. We're talking about the world class, what's your definition of world? Because we were talking about what Footy Judge Mo and some of the Arsenal peers were saying is that Rice, ability-wise, is like, I mean, he can enter that Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, and it's mad to me. What are you saying about the whole situation? Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of world-class players anymore. I'm one of those people who has really picky standards. For me, it's not just you have to be elite. You have to do it for a very long time. So I'm I do not say world-class that often. I won't even say a lot of players from like my team are world-class. Like some of these greats that we've had I wouldn't say Gundogan was ever world-class. I don't think Bernardo Silva's ever been world-class. Like those kind of players who have been elite, like upper echelon players, they just were never world-class to me. They were like the tier below. If Declan Rice is world class, I fear for the sport. I really do. I'm sorry. I think he's great off ball. I think he's very physical, very good defender, very, very energizer, but I don't think he's an 8 at all. I think he's a 6 playing as an 8, not very good at playing as an 8. I've watched elite 8s at my club for a very long time. I've watched 8s who can dictate the tempo of play, who can have, thread the needle passes, who could create chances out of nothing, huge crash the box game winning moments in elite, in the biggest of stages. I've never seen Declan Rice do a single thing like that. So again, great off the ball, kind of like that N'Golo Kante type mold for me personally, but I don't rate him as an 8 at all.
No, 100%. I think people are not understanding that just because we don't rate a player to the level that you rate doesn't mean we think they're bad. Does that make sense? Right? So Declan Rice has useful qualities that you would like to have in your team, but we're painting it out like he's some world-class player and he's a profile that we've never seen before. You pointed out N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante was a freakish midfielder off the ball. Elite ball winning, and he could actually, to be fair, he wasn't a great passer, but he could carry the ball. I don't think Rice is a unicorn, bro. Like we've seen so many midfielders like Declan Rice, and I think because the amount of players,
Rodri is a unicorn. Rodri is elite as a 6, and he's very. I think he's world class as an 8 as well. Because I've seen Rodri cross the box. I've seen Rodri. Some of the passes that Rodri makes, like literally when we lost him last season, that's why we were absolute shit, because that's how good Rodri is. Like he He creates the pass. He runs the game, man. He runs that game. Like, he knows exactly what to do everywhere he goes. He sprays the passes. He has assists. He'll crash the box too as well. Sometimes when he's allowed to play further up, like, I think Rodri in 2026, Rodri in 2026 is getting back to that player. There's a reason why Rodri won a Ballon d'Or. He was unplayable for 18 months. I mean, and he did it for his club and he did it for his country. He won. People don't realize. I know they don't rate the Nations League, but let's see. He had the game-winning goal in the Champions League final. That's the biggest stage on the planet outside of the World Cup. That's always the biggest football game of the year, is the Champions League final. He wins that. And then he goes straight to Spain and they win the Nations League. Player of the tournament. Also player of the tournament in that Champions League. Out of everybody. It wasn't Erling Haaland. It wasn't Kevin De Bruyne. It wasn't anybody else. It was Rodri, the DM.
So
player of the tournament. He was man in the match in the final. He wins the player of the tournament, like the best player in the Nations League. And then the next season, he has the assist to win the Super Cup, which is a trophy we had never won before. He gets injured in the final of the Club World Cup back in the old format. You know, it was kind of, I know it's not the greatest back then. It was like, 4 or 5 teams or whatever. He wins the Golden Ball for that. So he was player of the tournament, best player in the tournament. Then he goes and wins the Euros and is player of the tournament in that. It wasn't Lamine Yamal, who was scoring all the goals. It wasn't anybody on England, who I thought were so stinky. I don't know how you guys made the final that year. I was watching that as a neutral, and I'm just like, what am I watching? I was like, this is shit, man. I was like, I think your best player was Mark Gahey in that tournament. I was like, Harry Kane was nowhere to be found. Jude Bellingham was terrible. And they're just like, oh, he's a god because he scored a goal. I'm like, he was fucking ass cheeks that whole game. I'm sorry. I apologize if I have a potty mouth.
No, you can say whatever you want.
I just don't. Okay, cool. That's
cool. This is a free channel, by the way.
I have a potty mouth. I have a mouth of a sailor.
Say what you want.
Oh God, Trent was terrible in that tournament. I know Foden was nowhere to be found. They blame Foden for everything, but I'm just like, England were so bad. I thought Rice was awful. He could not progress the ball forward in that tournament. And I pissed off. I was in for the Euros final. I was in Croatia watching at an Irish pub in Croatia. I was surrounded by English people. I remember having right next to an Arsenal fan. We were chit-chatting the whole time. And I'm just like telling him, like, dude, Rodri's winning the Ballon d'Or. He's like, no, he's not. And I'm like, I wonder where that guy is now. Because joke's on you, buddy. Irish Arsenal fan at the pub in Croatia. Dubrovnik, 2024. But
Rodri is obviously when you have an injury, like let me just try and answer this because there's so many comments, by the way. Make sure you all I will put
I come in and I bring out the comments.
Okay. Big up, yeah. But do you agree that the only true world-class English players are Reece James and Kane? I would agree with that, to be fair. I would say those two
too. Yeah, Reece James just got there for me. It took him a while because he had the injury issues, but ever since he's come back, he's just been, oh man, I would love to have him on Man City. I think Pep would love him as a right back because he can invert to the midfield. Oh, dude, Pep would go nuts with that.
Exactly. I don't know if you've watched the game against Arsenal and Chelsea. I know you were probably hoping that Chelsea would try and do something. Yeah, big up Taz is saying can't lie, Rice wasn't that great today. I don't think I would say the only players that played well for Arsenal is probably their back line and the goalkeeper. I don't think any of their midfielders were that great. I don't think any of their attackers were that great. I thought Gyökeres, that guy's awful. He's absolutely awful. I thought he was awful. I thought Eze, I like him as a player, but he's been underwhelming this season. Are you worried as a City fan, that how Arsenal are going to get the corners and you probably wanted Chelsea to try and do something today. What are you saying about this whole title race? Are you worried or are you like, we've got this under control? What are your thoughts on the whole Arsenal and Chelsea game? Because that game was, as a neutral, I wasn't really entertained. But I know Arsenal want to keep the momentum and start getting the dubs. Like, are you worried at all? Or are you like, you know what, we got a game in hand. I'm not worried. We've been here before and we've done it. Like, what are you saying about the whole title charge? And do you think you're actually going to do it this season?
For me, it's literally just one game at a time. I am shocked that my team's even in it because I think we're going through a rebuild right now. I think there's been a lot of ups and downs. There's been a lot of critique about like how we're playing with Donnarumma. I'm not getting into that because half my fan base doesn't want him. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? He's like single-handedly saved us so many points this season. But yeah, and I'm seeing a lot of inconsistencies. I'm seeing some players who play all the minutes who I just don't think deserve them.
Mm.
I'm not seeing as much rotation, but and we've signed new players. We're integrating them into our team. There's ups and downs. One of our better players, Nico O'Reilly, is still a little bit inconsistent, but I've loved watching him. He's been fantastic. I'm a little sad Phil Foden's not in the team, so I didn't really expect us to be in a title race this year, just because there is that transition going on. And last season was such a disappointment that it's hard for me to like follow that up, and be like, yeah, we're winning the title this year. But somehow we're in a title race. I think we've been very inconsistent, particularly in January. That was pretty poor. A lot of needless, stupid
a lot of draws
dropped. Yeah, the draws were and some of them were just stupid. Like the Spurs game, like, come on. Like,
that one, yeah.
I hate that team. I hope they get relegated, and I wish they would get liquidated. I absolutely hate them. They're the bane of my existence. I almost hate them more than I hate Manchester United.
Tottenham is your bogey team. That's a good question, to be fair. I'm someone who likes Phil Foden a lot. I rate him highly as a player. It seems to me that him and Cherky had like a great link-up. Do you reckon Cherky and Phil Foden, obviously, they're getting rotated here, and then you're at the business end of the season where you kind of need to save your attackers? Do you think that's impacting Foden's form in a sense? Like, what would you rate? Because I know Foden went through a period where he was getting some important goals and was performing really well, and it kind of went a little bit, his level kind of went down a little bit. What are you saying about Foden? How do you think he's performed this season after the season he had last year? Do you think he's been solid? Do you think he's been okay, average, or a bit?
It's tricky because I think most of the season he's kind of been inconsistent.
Yeah.
But he had that purple patch, like you were saying, when he was playing with Turkey, and then Pep has just gone away from that. I think he did make the important midfield adjustment to put Nico O'Reilly in the midfield because we were getting killed in the middle, and a lot of that was because we were playing two little players together, two shorter stature, non-physical players. And unfortunately, the Premier League has just evolved to where you need more physical bodies. So for me, you know what? I'm just going to say it. Somebody's probably listening to this and going to give me a bunch of crap after. But I think the reason is that Pep Guardiola is overly obsessed with Bernardo Silva. And Pep's just like, yeah, Foden, I don't rate you as much as I rate Bernardo Silva. It doesn't matter how bad that guy is and how slow he is and how many times he loses the ball and all this stuff. Pep will never bench him. He's had comments this season that I'm just like, what? Like, relax, dude. Like, relax. This is a married man you're talking about. Like, chill out. And I think that Foden is just being sacrificed because Pep cannot let go of Bernardo Silva. And I think the only way that Foden is going to get back into this team is to move Bernardo on, because what has Foden been doing more this season? He's been dropping back and playing deeper more as an 8. So he's been dropping back kind of into the deeper part of the midfield next to the 6. And Pep has decided that Bernardo is going to do that. And we're going to have Nico O'Reilly come in to be a more physical midfielder, which we've needed. But I would like to see this midfield. I would like to see Rodri, Nico O'Reilly, and Phil Foden, but I'll never get to see it. So I won't get to see it when Bernardo leaves.
It's probably because of what Bernardo gives you off the ball, isn't it?
I think some of this, the fact that Pep has been yo-yoing Phil Foden for how many years, that might be affecting his confidence. Like, yeah, he's probably thinking, I make one mistake, I'm never going to see the light of day again. So I'm getting frustrated with it. I'm ready. Like, I'm embracing this rebuild, and like, I want to see Foden play, because there's rumors that Foden has a new contract coming. He needs to play. He can't sit on the bench. And I think he is one of our better players. He can score goals. I think he and Rodri carried us to our last title. The two of them, together, like, I want to see that again. And I really want to see Ryan Cherky and Phil Foden play together. But I was having this discussion with someone else. It probably won't happen unless we do like a double pivot. So, because like, to be fair, Foden has improved quite a bit off ball, but I'm not going to get into that. Patrick's recovering right now. Let's just leave it at that. Just send him your prayers and your well wishes. But he's not going to be streaming for a little while. So yeah, just send him good vibes and all that stuff. So off ball, Ryan Cherky is still kind of learning what the Premier League is about, and that's understandable because, yeah, Cherky, Foden, and Gonzalez, yeah. I think Nico G's kind of out of favor right now too, because now that Rodri's playing every game 90 minutes, Nico G's barely touched the pitch. Phil Foden's barely touched the pitch. I've had to look up the chart, and Foden didn't get a single minute yesterday. He didn't play at Anfield. He's come in a couple of games at like 2 minutes a game or something. And I'm just like, why? I'm hoping he starts against Forest, but I'm like, are we really just going to save him for a cup game? Like it's Phil Foden. He's player of the season.
No, Phil Foden has had some. I think he's had some good seasons at Man City, especially the one where him and Rodri were quite vital. In terms of like the latter stages too. I think Foden's a good player, man. In terms of this comment, if you actually watch Donnarumma for PSG, like I know PSG are an amazing team, and I've had them winning the Champions League, and they've got an amazing manager who's done there, who's been there and done it. Donnarumma pulled off some amazing saves against Aston Villa, against Arsenal, against all these teams. Like Donnarumma is a fantastic shot stopper. He's not as bad as he is on the ball as people make it out to be. He's actually one of the goalkeepers who I wouldn't have mind having at United. He's very experienced. And with Ederson, there's been so many games with Ederson where when his shot stopping had to be there, I remember the Madrid game in the Champions League. He's just not as good as Donnarumma. He's not got that same physical stature. He's not really that commanding. His reflexes aren't as good as Donnarumma. Donnarumma is massive. He's broad. He's massive. He's experienced. I think he's been very important for City this season. And for the gap to be 4 points with a game, I think it's 4. Is it 4 or 5 points? 4 points.
I don't know.
Yeah. For the gap.
Like I said, I'm one game at a time. I haven't looked at the table. The only time I look at the table is to look at the relegation battle. That's how I get this time of year. When we're in a title race, I can't watch the opponent. I just have to focus on my team for my own mental health because I can't do it. I mean, at least Liverpool were entertaining to watch. This Arsenal team literally makes me want to gouge my eyes out. It is the ugliest football I've ever seen in my life. It's so bad.
When I say broad, I think he's stocky, isn't it? I think Donnarumma's stocky. Like, for example, De Gea and Donnarumma, I think they're similar in height. De Gea is a lot more skinnier and Donnarumma is a lot more wider, if that makes sense. That's what I tried to say. I actually agree. I actually believe Pep has improved Donnarumma on the ball, been wanting him at United since he was 16. He's going to have to play that. He's going to have to improve that aspect because there's going to be times where he is going to have to play out from the back. But yeah, Donnarumma has been solid. Reinders has no defensive awareness. Reinders isn't a defensive-minded midfielder, though. That's the thing. I've seen him play for AC Milan. He's another midfielder who I wanted. I think all of his attributes here are literally going forward, making the runs in behind. On the ball, he's fairly good. I don't think he's your holding typical midfielder, bro. I think he's better going forward. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I know sometimes Pep signs players in the first season, they don't always perform as highly, and in the second season they tend to do well. So with Reinders, I don't think he's been amazing. I think he's been okay, but we'll see how he performs in it. He might even, bro, you never know. Reinders might turn up, in games where you don't expect it. Reinders plays like a mid-table midfielder, to be honest. I don't think he's a mid-table player, to be fair. I think he's got some good qualities. He's a very well-rounded player. He
scored a lot of goals, and that's helped us quite a bit. Like he's got pretty good output. Like I think he's at like 14 or 15 GNA in all comps, and
I don't know that.
Pretty good for your first season in the Premier League. Like that's actually I'll have to look it up, but it's somewhere. It's definitely over 10 GNA. I think he has 7 Premier League goals. Like that's pretty good, and he's missed a ton of chances too. Like at the beginning of the season, he was constantly getting in the correct position. That's a mid-off to me.
Oh, you know,
dude is very overrated. I mean, I think if he had like a more a stable, if he had come to City and worked under Pep would have shaped him up right away. But I don't think he has the ego. I think his ego is too big. So in that regard, he went to the right club for Real Madrid. But if he actually wanted to get better as a player, he would have gone to a manager who would instill some discipline into him, because the tools are there. It's just I think upstairs it's just not quite there yet.
He definitely, when you pointed out the Euros, even for England, I actually thought in terms of who was the best, in the midfield, I thought Colin was better than both of them. Yeah, in that midfield, I thought Rice wasn't that great. I don't think
Rice could not pass the ball forward. I was like, what am I watching here? I'm like, you're trying to tell me he should win a Ballon d'Or? I'm like, he can't even make a 5-foot pass. I was like, what are we doing? I was like, Honestly, sometimes he's best as a center back because, like, I just don't rate the guy on ball. I think he's average at best. And they're like, oh, he's created all these chances, and I'm like, they're all corners. Like, what big chance has he created that's not been from a set piece or a corner?
No, 100%. Yeah. When you're a midfielder, yeah. Just to answer this, carrying or passing. Are you talking about ball carrying? For me, yeah.
It probably means ball carrying. Yeah.
I love a midfielder who can pass. You know, for example, the Skulls, the Pogbas, the Pirlos, like those type of midfielders, yeah, who just have amazing vision, amazing variety of passes. Like those are the type of guys that I like, right? Rice is just, everything is just safe. He doesn't really have it in his locker to make the eye of the needle pass and through the midfield. Everything's sideways. And like you said, all of his best attributes are off the ball. So when people say Ballon d'Or, I want to literally go to the window and just headbutt the window. Like, he's not a Ballon d'Or level player. He never will be. Even if he wins the World Cup, even if he wins the treble, he's not Ballon d'Or. Like, I know he scored 2 amazing free kicks against Madrid. I'm not going to knock him for that. Them 2 free kicks were sensational. But even in that game, I would still put Thomas Partey, who was actually better than him in terms of performance throughout 0 to 90 minutes. I thought Thomas Partey was really good. So I think the Rice thing, he has very good PR. It's the same with Jude Bellingham, right? It's just, yeah, man.
What did Rodri fumble?
I've been watching Rodri this season. Obviously, the injury is going to affect him in it, but like, even with the injury being affected, he's still a top midfielder.
And this past like couple of weeks, he's really gotten a lot better. Where I'm like, ooh, this reminds me of like maybe not quite like, because I think we're in 22, like the end of the treble season, up until like last the 4-peat season. So those 2 like 18-month stretch, I think he was completely unplayable, but he's starting to get back to like maybe pre that like unplayable level. He'll probably never get back to unplayable because that's just the reality of that injury, but I think he's improved quite a bit, and he's really he's just settling back into the team, and he's starting to run the show again. He's starting to pass the ball again. He's still having moments here and there, and he's still like kind of, there's games where he'll have inconsistent moments, but
no, absolutely.
I think he's just looked a lot better since the calendar year.
Yeah, Rodri
2026 looked a lot better.
Yeah. Rodri is listen, like he's just he's your typical, he's like a player who doesn't have elite level pace. He doesn't really have outstanding physicality, but can be physical. He's not probably the most agile, but he's got such elite level understanding of the game, where to be, his positioning, his passing. He's just so good. Like, you don't even need to go and look at the stats to tell that this guy is very good. And just to answer this, I believe Modric was the better player than Kaká. I know Kaká was really good, but Modric is the type of midfielder that I love to watch.
That's a good comment.
Uh-huh.
I watched Rodri's mile. I agree. I'm taking 2026 Rodri over any midfielder in the Premier League. I just rate him that highly. Also, don't forget, in his Ballon d'Or season, a number 6 had 25 GNA for club and country. When have you seen it? When have you seen a 6 do that?
Yeah. You know what?
That Bodo Glimt game, awful. That's just a terrible game. It wasn't just him. That whole setup was wrong. I don't think Pep was prepared for what Bodo Glimt were going to do. Our defense was a mess too. I mean, we were playing Max Alain, who had just been called up from the championship. So we had a championship center back and our 4th, 5th choice center back because everybody was injured. I'm telling you, that plastic pitch, awful. Like in the freezing weather, I did not want to draw them. I was like, I don't care. Give me Real Madrid again. I was like, I do not want to play Bodo Glimt again. But that style is going to cause a lot of problems in that side of the bracket. And I'm telling you, I said this on Judge Mo, like when the draw happened. If Arsenal have to play Bodo Glimt, don't get cocky. Because you're going to struggle against that style. They're going to struggle mightily against it. A low block that counters with very efficiency. Like, yeah, you gotta be careful of that. And
100%.
Yeah, Tim is right. We need Bodo versus Arsenal. Then you'll see some humbling.
You want Arsenal to be humbled badly, don't you?
Oh God, I'm biased on this one. I'm picking Prime Yaya all day.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Rodri won a Ballon d'Or. I still think Yaya's season where he scored 20 goals is like the most elite season I've ever seen from a 6.
Would you say that Yaya Toure at his best was the best midfielder that City have ever seen or have ever had?
It's still De Bruyne or David Silva. Oh my God, David Silva was a magician. Like I
Yeah,
just love
listen, for me,
David
yeah,
Silva. Oh, I miss that guy so much.
if I was to rank it, I'll probably put David Silva number 1, Yaya number 2, Kevin De Bruyne number 3. But the 3 of them are solid though. In terms of like Yaya or Kante, even though they're 2 different players, I'm gonna always choose Yaya Toure. Yeah, Yaya Toure in his prime is better than Lampard, better than Gerrard. You can arguably say, yeah, in terms of peak midfielders, yeah, he was probably maybe even the best. I wouldn't put him past Scholes, but Yaya Toure was amazing. Yamal Odoue, Yamal, and it's not even close.
Oh, yeah. Why? Oh, wow. Somebody actually asked that question.
Yeah, Doué
in
is.
this conversation. What are we talking about here?
Do you think Doué's overrated, Kels?
I think he's a good player, but I think Yamal is just way better. And that's no slight to Doué. I just think if you're, I just rate Lamine Yamal a lot higher. I just think he's a better player.
100%. And if Spain win the World Cup, he'll probably win the Ballon d'Or if he wins La Liga as well. So when people say a race for Ballon d'Or, yeah, there's so many other players. If England, bro, they'll probably give it to Harry Kane.
I think if England win, because usually also one thing people forget is attackers usually win the Ballon d'Or. We just got lucky when Rodri won it because there just wasn't a lot going on.
It was against Vinny, wasn't
it? There was the Euros, but Brazil crashed out of Copa America. I don't even think Vinny had like great stats that year. I mean, it was just, what happened is Real Madrid, I think they made the mistake. If they had pushed for Bellingham, he might have won it, but they pushed for Vinny and Vinny just had no real case for it.
I don't think I can actually stomach Bellingham winning a Ballon d'Or. I think I might retire my YouTube career if that happens. Yeah, I'll actually retire.
I don't think you have to worry about it. I'll just say that.
Because I don't know what it is. You guys always face Madrid, and I'm kind of getting bored of it. Like, I know it's going to be like an interesting game. I actually think that game is 50-50. Every time they face each other, it's actually 50-50. But do you guys have, like, what are you saying about the Madrid draw? Like, Arsenal have a really good draw. They could actually reach the semi-final. The PSG against Chelsea, I still have PSG winning it. I don't know. I know you guys are in a lot of competitions. Do you care about this? Is going to sound crazy, but are you bothered if you lose the Carabao Cup final? Will you be angry? I
actually really want to win it because I feel like part of the rebuild is to like get that foundation settled. Like, get these players some confidence, get them that knowledge and know-how of getting over the line to win a trophy. So for me, I'm actually taking it very seriously. I know some people call it a Mickey Mouse Cup and they don't rate it at all, but I think as because we've added a lot of players to our team that haven't won anything. And, for me, I just think you learn how to win by winning. And so I really value this trophy this year. And I think Pep is too. This is like the first year in a while that he's actually taken it seriously. So I really hope we win it because it'll just give that a lot of confidence to these young players. Like Nico O'Reilly's never won a trophy. I want him to experience that. And also I want Erling Haaland to complete English football. He's won everything except that.
Oh yeah. The Haaland one. Yeah. What is it? What's actually happened with Haaland? Is he fully is his injury serious?
I don't know. I think Pep just said it wasn't his knee, but I haven't really watched the media today. But
all right, okay.
I'm blaming that KSI video.
Oh yeah. Mo alluded to that. I was actually watching the Man City and Leeds game, and I was watching it. I'm like, raw. It's like, wow, Leeds are sticking it on Man City in the first half. I know that they're at home. Calvert-Lewin missed an absolute sitter. I thought, what's his name? The player of the Leeds, the Harrison guy. He was getting in behind.
Brendan Aronson. Yeah, he's American, so
he missed.
I'm always like casually, subtly like in the background. I'm like, yeah, I'd love him to do well, but I was like, but not in this game. And he skinned Diaz for pace really badly, but I think if he had scored the goal, it would have been offside. But Donnarumma was there anyway, waiting for it to clean up. Again, people in my fan base are whining about Donnarumma. I'm like, hello,
really?
He saves all these chances.
Wait, they're complaining about Donnarumma?
Yeah, like I'm not going to name any names, but there is a segment of the fan base that thinks that the only way that we can win is to play out from the back. And we obviously can't really do that right now without, with Donnarumma, because he's just not that kind of keeper. So we're struggling to adapt to it. And I think a lot of people are just like, yeah, he's just ruining everything. And I'm just like, well, are we going to really say no? Like, I think they think we'd be doing better with Trafford in that. And I'm like, I just don't think we would. I think he's too young and inexperienced. Like, I think we signed him too early. He probably needs more development. He's not really going to get it, but.
Oh yeah. Because you know what's crazy, right? When I was watching the Chelsea game and I'm watching Sanchez, crap his pants. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I've got lemons. Man City have Donnarumma. Arsenal have Raya. Having a good goalkeeper. I think having a good goalkeeper is such an underrated thing to have in your team. Because I'm watching my goalkeeper Lemons here, and I know he's just joined. He's not made a single mistake. He's actually decent on the ball. His reflexes are good. He's transformed Man United, and I always say, out of all of the signings Man United have made, Lemons for me has been the best one. I know Mbeumo gets goals. I know Cunha has chipped in with some good moments against the big teams. And Sesko on form, he is doing his thing, and big praise for him. But Lemons, mate, we used to have Onana, and I'm like this playing out from the back.
It's a massive upgrade. It's just,
oh my God, Onana.
Subtraction with Onana.
Onana traumatized me. He traumatized me. I don't get the whole for me, when it comes to a goalkeeper, you just have to have you have to have the basics. I don't really care if you're not that great on the ball. You have to be at least decent, and if you're decent at it, that's it. Just be good at everything else. Onana, oh my God, I'm not gonna lie to you, he's the worst goalkeeper I have ever seen at Man United. The worst goalkeeper. He was horrendous. I'd be questioning, I'm questioning myself, why am I being put through all this stress at a young age? And
my life just started. I can't be aging this much already.
Exactly. I've aged 50 years having Onana in the team. It's crazy. Music.
I am gonna be 50 by the end of this season. I can already tell. The title race is gonna take it out of me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If Man City win this title, I actually think that's the biggest bottle job of Arsenal of all. It's up there, because it shouldn't really be that big of a gap. I think the second half against Liverpool for Man City completely changed their season around. Completely changed it. That I actually had Man City winning 3-1, but obviously they ruled the goal out. That game changed everything, and the Wolves game against Arsenal changed a lot. So I think you got a very good win against Leeds. That was important. Arsenal got a good win against Chelsea. It was needed. That it looks like it's going to go right to the wire. You've got a game in hand. I think it's against Palace. I'm not quite sure.
It's against Crystal Palace. And and the good news, the thing is we beat them earlier this year. We already went to Selhurst, which has been
difficult.
Well, wow.
So
to be fair, that was a really bad one. You were up 8 points with 5 games to go. And we managed to beat you. That one was wild.
I remember that like it was yesterday. I was like, oh my God, see Aguero. That goal haunted me.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. I had so many City fans, obviously in Manchester. I had so many City fans near me, and they were just rubbing it in. And because so many people say to me, who would you rather win the league? People need to understand where I live. I see more City fans. Even I joke around by saying Man City have no fans, and I don't really see any in Manchester. But if I'm going to be honest, obviously I do see them. I just don't want to acknowledge them because there's a rivalry. But I
get that. Yeah,
I see more City fans in Manchester. Therefore, I don't want them to win the league. But when I do YouTube and I collaborate with Arsenal fans, it makes me not want Arsenal to win it. So as a United fan, it's a very tricky one. I still would, ideally, I wouldn't want either. If I had to choose, maybe Arsenal, because I don't want Man City to keep racking the Premier League titles and catching where we are right now.
Catching up, yeah. We better watch out. We might start catching up.
Yeah, listen, hopefully not in it. Title charge next year, Man United. Remember,
boy.
I'm only messing. Well, are you as a rival? Are you impressed with how Man United have been on the Carrick? Do you think in terms let's say Arsenal or Man City are the top 2 teams in the Prem, who would you put number 3? And what do you think? What would you make of United? Like in your opinion, do you think they've been good? Do you think this is a manager bounce or what's?
I'm actually very surprised because I'll be real. I have not watched. I don't like United, so I don't watch. I don't watch things I don't enjoy. Like I don't watch Arsenal's Haram Ball because I hate it. If I'm going to watch a rival, it at least has to be good football. But I've seen like highlights and stuff, and I'm actually really surprised at the turnaround because I just wasn't expecting it, and I'm kind of sad that the banter era might be over. But yeah, it's crazy what they're doing under Carrick. So you got every game. I'm like, is this going to be the game? Is this going to be the? And they just keep on winning. So, but I don't know who you've really beat outside of. Let's see, you beat Arsenal. That was very impressive at the Emirates. You beat us. That was the first game. We had an issue where we kept playing these like interim managers and we kept like gagging to all of them. So
yeah. Because only
doesn't know what to expect and he shits the bed.
Because
we got thoroughly done. Actually, the reason here's some for the Donnarumma haters. The reason that game wasn't 5 or 6-0 is because Donnarumma kept saving everything. He couldn't save. He saved almost everything. Like I know he conceded 2 goals, but we were under the cosh big time in that second half, and he saved quite a few chances. I was very disgusted after that game, but it'll be interesting to see like what United do with him this summer. Like, will they be blinded by he did really good and he got his Champions League football? Or maybe we'll keep him. Because sometimes, it is like a new manager bounce, but like, I don't know if I would trust that going into next season. You have to see what the managerial market's like out there. Like, after the World Cup, some managers might be on the move. I think I've heard Nagelsmann's name coming up in some of these conversations. He has won, he's a proven, I know it's only the Bundesliga, but he did win league titles for Bayern Munich. And I don't remember if he was the manager when they won the Champions League the last time, because that was what 20. 2020. It was the COVID one. I don't remember who the manager was then, but
Hansi Flick for Bayern Munich.
Oh, that was Hansi Flick. Okay, my bad. Yeah. But Nagelsmann does have a pretty decent track record, so I don't know. I think he'll be available after the World Cup, based on. Michael Carrick has a chance of staying. Yeah, that might be a little naive going to next season. Just because I don't think his track record is very high, so there could be a little bit of a bounce type scenario. But we'll see. I mean, I wasn't expecting him to do what he's done so far, so maybe.
Neither.
I live in Nevada, so a lot of casino references. Kind of like, maybe you're playing with house money right now. Let's see how long the luck lasts.
No, as well. Like one thing with me is that. I remember the managerial. I remember they were interviewing both Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Michael Carrick, and I've always said to myself, I do not want a single ex-United player managing the club. I want someone who doesn't really have that much of an affiliation. The Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I was like, please don't be him, because I think he was horrible for United. Michael Carrick has surprised me in terms of how he's coached, in terms of how we are off the ball, and I think people aren't really giving him that much credit because they say we're only playing 1 game a week. But if you actually gave the fixture list, City, Arsenal, Fulham, and we're going to get 9 points. We've collected, I think we've won 6 out of our 7. Not a single person would have had, no one would say like, oh, you know what, United would win that many games. So the last 3 performances have been underwhelming, but the results have been impressive. The Palace one was just, I think it was a bit soft where Cunha fell over. I do think it was a bit soft. I think that moment. From today? Yeah, from today. I think that when that happened, it changed. It changed the dynamic of the game. But listen, 3 points is 3 points. I want us to get Champions League. I want us to improve the squad depth. I don't think we're going to be challenging anytime soon. Next year, if someone said to me, Ahmed, what do you want from next year? Get me top 4. Get me a FA Cup or a Carabao. I will never dismiss a trophy. I want to win trophies. If we can't challenge, win me a trophy. The most important is good football. I want to see good, consistent football. That's what I want to see, right? I don't want to see 2 games we look awful and then the next 2 we look amazing. I don't want to look. There's going to be some difficult games. There's going to be some difficult games, some difficult teams. I just want to see some good football. I feel like I've not seen it for Man United in forever, in a long time. And it's about time. Yeah, Ahmed, how are you going to be like? I'm not sure. Maybe like another 10, 15 minutes. Sorry,
It's
by the way.
pretty late there, isn't it? Not
Yeah,
even dark here.
it is late. Yeah,
That's outside. It's not even dark. So it's
what time
5:30 in the afternoon here. So I'm like, that's the perfect time for me. What is it, like 2 in the morning there?
Yeah, it's almost 2 in the morning to be honest. I
Oh
don't
my
actually.
God, it's 1:30. Jeez.
Yeah, it's almost.
I don't know how people stay up this late.
Yeah. Sorry, music. Tosh, I haven't actually received your message on Twitter. So if anyone does want to hop on my streams here for future reference, just hit me on the Twitter in the DMs. I'm open to getting in anyone. You can literally say whatever you want. Just don't get me cancelled. Don't say anything crazy. But if you think Rice is crap, just say it. If you think a player is rubbish, say it. I'm not bothered. Like, I think people are too scared to say what they want to say these days and want to say the right things. Ahmed, the reason
Declan Rice slander is encouraged.
Absolutely. The biggest one, cuss out any Liverpool player in this channel. Listen, Man City players, I don't mind that either. Arsenal, I don't mind. But listen, we can be objective, absolutely. Ahmed, the reason I refuse to give credit to Carrick is because City was your best game and it was his first game in charge. You have a good core. If he gets the basics right, you will win games. I refuse. No, but Carrick still had to. You got to understand, like defensively, even though we've not played that well the past 3 games, we've not actually conceded that many goals, or we've not really conceded that many chances. So that is a positive for Carrick, right? I would still rather get a more established manager like in Julian Nagelsmann. I don't think Enrique is going to come to United. I do like Hansi Flick for Barcelona, but I think he's going to stay. I know he's got the high line.
Yeah, he might just stay. He's got a good thing going on there. And also, it's La Liga, so there's not much competition.
Exactly. If someone said to me, Ahmed, do you want Glasner or... I don't really want Glasner. I don't really think he's that high. I don't know. I don't think the managerial appointment in terms of availabilities. I don't know who's out there who's willing to... I think Flick's a good manager. I think he's a good manager, and I know he's got. People need to understand here. I think the job at Barcelona and what he's doing is incredible, right? Because they're not actually backing him with that. They're obviously financially kind of screwed. They still need to pay for the stadium. They're in debt. They don't really. I think he was only given Dani Olmo and a few other players. He's got 75 wins out of 100. He plays some good football. I know that. I understand the high line. I get it. Yeah. No manager's going to be perfect, right? I know there could be a chance of he's actually, you know what?
Reliable source in Madrid. Who, the El Chinguito or whatever that newspaper is?
Yeah, the Zerbi one. Everyone knows me. I'm a huge fan of the Zerbi. I think his football is exceptional. I actually think his football would be solid in a place like a Man City. I think he's perfect if Pep was to leave. I think the Zerbi is really good. I know Pep and Klopp have given him high praise. The reason why I'm not saying the Zerbi is I would love to have him at United. I would, but I don't know if Ineos will go for him. Have you seen the news? It looks like they're going to be keeping Carrick. So Flick, the Zerbi, Julian Nagelsmann, those are the 3 managers. Carlo Ancelotti is the Brazil manager now. So
yeah, he's probably going to
stay. Yeah. Brazil, so the Zerbi I would take. Julian Nagelsmann I would take, and Hansi Flick I would take if he wants to leave Barca. No Flick, he would kill our defenders and settings. But
high line.
But to be fair, we do. I would say that we've got better defenders than Barcelona. I think we've got some good defenders. But if you play a high line with Harry Maguire, you are screwed. I understand that.
Work. Well, we somehow do it with Ruben Diaz, so.
Yeah, Ruben. Yeah, it's probably why you play. I think there was
Kusanov should be starting, but he played Diaz against Leeds, and despite the fact that Diaz did I think he had a really good game, but there was a couple moments where I was just like, "Oof, that pace not good."
Yeah, because
the Newcastle game was a better indicator. Like Diaz, I think he really struggled against their pace in that game. I mean, he's just never been a quick guy, and that's just. I think in certain matchups you need to play the pacier defender.
Oh, 100%.
Also, to the guy who's talking about Rodri going to Real Madrid, I've heard rumor and innuendo. So take it with a grain of salt, but I've heard he actually wants to go to Barcelona to play with Pedri and Yamal.
Really?
Yeah. Again, take it with a grain of salt. This is not like
Oh, wow.
Through the grapevine, he doesn't trust the stability of Real Madrid. The managerial situation's an issue. There's not. I think that's just what I've heard. I don't know if it's true.
That would be
and part of that is that Barcelona are going to compel him to come on a free, to just wait out his contract and come on a free.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, One Football. Yeah. Oh, build.
I don't know how reliable that is.
Yeah, I don't know how reliable they are either. I have heard that the club is trying to get a fee for him, but I'm like, dude, we're rich, Biatch. Why would we need a fee? I've also heard that Rodri does. Yeah, the stability of Real Madrid is kind of scaring him off.
Yeah, I think
I don't even know who that interim manager is. Like, are they going to sign? You know, is Luis Enrique? He'll never go. Like, what elite manager is going to Real Madrid right now? I don't know.
Oh,
ran Xabi out of town.
I think we're witnessing Madrid's downfall for right now. They always used to buy like the best of the best, and they used to have the best of the best managers. You know, they hired Jose, they hired what's his name?
Ancelotti,
Zidane. I mean, obviously Zidane became quality. Like, I'm not saying he was world class before, but Zidane was a very, very good manager. He literally got the best out of that elite team: Toni Kroos, Marcelo, Isco, Ronaldo. He just knew what to do. Say that again.
I've been linked to Isco every transfer window for like the past 10 years. Every window, it's like Isco's finally coming. No, never came.
He was so good in his prime, Isco. I know, like he was so good. Would you take Tchouaméni at United? I think Tchouaméni is a good player. I think Camavinga is the one player that I would love to have at United.
Camavinga. The one I would take would be Valverde. Oh, Valverde is like the most Pep-coded player.
Oh, Valverde, yeah.
Like he's Mr. Versatility. He's like Bernardo Silva, but with legs.
No, yeah. I'm obviously like I think he's like 6'1". He's a lot taller. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's more bigger and he's more physical. Like I think he'd do very well in the Premier League.
Yeah,
La Liga's already pretty physical, but I think he's got more of a. He's got enough technicality that he can survive in the Prem, and
he's got a good strike as well.
Nuts for that kind of versatility. I'm a big Valverde fan. I just don't watch Real Madrid because I just fucking hate them. But if I did, it would be just to watch Valverde. Like I'm not really a La Liga person. The league, I've been watching a lot of League on this season because the Premier League has just become unwatchable for me. There's just the styles are I just don't like the style.
It's ugly, isn't it? It's ugly.
Yeah, it is. Ligue 1 is just fun. You know the talent's not really there, but it's just so back and forth, and like somebody could be up 3-0, and then 2 minutes later it's 3-2. Like it's just a crazy league, and there are some ballers in that league too. And you've seen Premier League teams start to buy more players from Ligue 1, so kind of good scouting grounds. And even though PSG have that super team, like I think Lens is still in first place. They're doing very well. So.
No, 100%. I think I actually enjoy. I don't mind watching. I don't mind watching La Liga. I think there's some good teams there. I know Madrid. I don't like watching Madrid. Firstly, I think their football is not that great. Barcelona,
they're fun. Yeah, Barcelona is very fun to watch.
Yeah, even Betis. What's his name? Pellegrini is the manager. Pellegrini is the manager for Betis. Yeah. So I think it's Pellegrini. Someone can double check. I'm pretty sure it is. So Betis are quite decent to watch. I actually think, Serie A is a really good, entertaining league. Today match between Roma and Juve was insane. I
didn't watch any football today. I lied. I watched the last 15 minutes when I woke up. I watched the end of the Brighton Forest game.
Oh, the Brighton, yeah.
Well, we're heavily linked to Elliot Anderson, so I've tried to watch him here and there. And I still haven't gotten a very good sense of him yet because I just haven't watched a lot, but I've been trying to watch more. And the early games, because I'm on the West Coast of America, so I'm 8 hours behind UK time. So those early kickoffs are a real struggle for me.
No, that's
like today, all the games kicked off at 6 a.m. I'm like, I ain't getting up at 6 a.m. unless it's for City. The worst is the 12:30 kickoffs. That is 4:30 in the morning here. So when City play at a 12:30 kickoff, I have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and I'm old, so that shit hurts. It's not fun.
Yeah.
I'm really struggling with that. I just saw that the West Ham game was supposed to be one of those early kickoffs. and they just moved it to an 8 p.m. game. And I know everybody in England hates the 8 p.m. games. I'm just like, yes. I'm like, thank you. Give me that 8 p.m. kickoff, because that's 12 o'clock noon here. So I'm like, this is great. I love these late games where it's like, especially like the 5:30 kickoffs. That for me is 9:30 in the morning. That's so fun to just wake up. I can have a mimosa. I can watch the game, have some brunch. Like, I just love doing that. Like, it's super fun.
100%. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
I love Bruno G. I love Bruno G.
I actually
You're talking about 6. I think Bruno G is better than Declan Rice.
I was about to say that I actually think I agree with that. And
we're just shitting on him all over.
Honestly, he is Newcastle's best midfielder. I'm not really that big of a fan of Tonali. You know? I think he's okay. I think
I like Tonali. I like.
Do you
Tonali.
like him?
I think Joe Linton's the overrated one.
Oh, Joe Linton. He's a
rugby player. He's got no technicality. He doesn't have a lot of game time intelligence. I do really rate Sandro Tonali. I like him. I
think Tonali is like decent in terms of. I think he's. I don't know. I just prefer Bruno G. I think he's a lot better on the ball. Obviously, Tonali gives you the energy, the off the ball work. He's decent on the ball. I think Bruno Goalkeepers is underrated on the ball, man.
Very good. Yeah, I wish we had signed him, because he had that 100 million release clause like 2 summers ago. It was, yeah. And I wish we had triggered it, because then that was the season Rodri got injured. So I was like, well, if we had Bruno G, if we'd paid the money for it, we could have had, maybe it wouldn't have been so bad.
100%. I think
that ship has sailed now. He doesn't want to leave Newcastle. He's very happy there, but not everybody has the ambition to. He's very comfortable. I think he's in a comfort zone. But I don't think he has the mentality to be a winner, because he just wants to stay. He doesn't want to challenge. I mean, you think at the end of your career you'd be like, yeah, I need to go somewhere better and try to win a major title, and he's just not. So I kind of got to question that.
No, obviously, like you sometimes there's going to be a player that you want from the team, and if you don't get it, then he just might just be like, you know what, I'm happy here. Heung-min Son, he's an example. Yeah. He is someone that was probably linked at Bayern Munich, linked at some different teams, and he's like, you know what, I'm happy at Tottenham. I'm getting all of the love, and he's just sometimes people just want to stay where they are. I don't think this is true. Caicedo, I don't think he's overrated. I think he's very good. He's another one that I think is better than Rice.
He totally is. Yeah, he's more technical. He's better on the ball, but he's somebody who needs a better manager to get the best out of him. And I think going to Chelsea was just not the right play. How many managers have they gone through since he's been there? Like, he can't develop properly because they just keep changing the managers. But yeah, it's been like 3 or 4 managers. Like, if he had come, Judge Mo even says this. He's like, yeah, he's like, if Caicedo was under Pep, he'd probably be up there with Rodri, because he's on ball ability. Like, he's got a better.
He can do all of the off the ball like Declan Rice and give you way more in terms of on the ball too. So I think he's got everything to his game, right? I think Caicedo, if he was in a stable team, people would start to understand how good he is. The fact that if he's performing in a team that changes managers constantly, the team's all over the place. Imagine if you give him like a consistent manager who knows what he's doing, he'd be quality. I actually think he's the exact type of profile to replace like a Casemiro in our team, because we're going to get rid of Casemiro in the summer, and he's going to be a big miss. Obviously, he's not getting any younger, but he's been phenomenal for us. I think he's given us some two good seasons, turned up in big games. I've seen Casemiro play against Declan Rice, Man United versus Arsenal, and I've seen Casemiro handle himself very well. And this is a washed up
Casemiro.
A washed up Casemiro, by the way, against prime Declan Rice, who's people don't understand. Do you know how old Declan Rice is? He's 28. People, right? Caicedo's like
what? Is he already 28? I thought he was like 26.
He's like 28. I think he's like 28 years.
I didn't realize he was that old.
Yeah. He obviously looks like fairly young, but Caicedo, he's like what, 24, 23? So Caicedo's got way more to his game. I would love to have him in our. Oh, he's about to turn 28. Okay, well, there you go. See, I wasn't far.
Oh my goodness! Wow, he is. I didn't realize he was that old.
Exactly. This is precisely my point with Caicedo, bro. I would love to. Honestly, like, he's so good.
Yeah,
he's on.
That's perfectly.
100%. I do like watching La Liga.
I'm very happy that move to Liverpool failed, because he's kind of exactly what they need, and And he would have been under Jurgen Klopp for a year or 2, and that would have, I think, a manager like Jurgen Klopp would have really developed him. So I'm so happy that didn't work out, because that would have been, then they would have had a great player.
If a Madrid fan is telling you to sign Tchouaméni and he's begging, Is there something you're not telling me? Yeah, about Tchouaméni? Because
What about Rodrigo? Everyone's like, Madrid fans are kicking him out.
I would take him in I think he's amazing.
Rodrigo?
I think he's amazing. Yeah, I think
he needs to get out of Madrid. He's
he's
rotten there.
Well, I think before Mbappe got signed, I think he is quality. I like Vinny as well, but Rodrigo is super technical. I like those type of players. He's so good. I think he's another player, that if he was to go to a team where he's the main guy, similarly to where, not the main guy, but get more consistent minutes and actually get utilized properly, like Kvaratskhelia.
Sorry, my cat is joining.
No worries.
My Katniss is joining. Say hello. She's like, nah. She's been pawing at me, so I'm like, all right, come on.
This is 100%.
I just got a chair for her yesterday, and she doesn't want to sit on the chair. She just wants to sit on my lap.
What breed is that?
She's just a black cat. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's just a black cat. She's can you say hi? Can you come on, say hi? She's very, come on, say hi. Yeah, she joins a lot of streams, but she's my little girl. She's old. She's very old, so she doesn't realize what she's doing. She's 14 for a cat. That's pretty old.
Yeah, that's pretty. To be honest, I was actually contemplating getting a cat, but I don't think I've got the responsibility to take care of one. To be fair, I think I'll just neglect it too much. So, I effing hate Tchouaméni. He can't make a forward. I need to actually tune into more Madrid games. La Liga is technical. I do like it. Liga is physical, and I do like watching PSG. I do like watching some of their teams in France. Serie A, I don't really watch. The main leagues I watch is Prem, La Liga, and a little bit of Liga. Serie A, I don't touch. Bundesliga, if it's Bayern Munich versus Dortmund, then fair enough. But other than that, I don't really care. So that's pretty much it.
I've been jumping around a bit. You know, league is actually kind of fun, but it's like Ligue 1 where it's just like the quality is super low, but they're just chaotic games. Is the Eredivisie?
Oh, the Dutch league. I've not.
Yeah, the Eredivisie is not bad. I was watching a game. It was like it was Heracles versus, I don't know if it was Ajax, but it used to be on Heracles. Now I think he's at AZ. I'm not kidding when I say this. This guy's striker is a Dutch striker. His name is literally Jizz Hornkamp. Like that's actually his name. It's literally spelt exactly like it sounds.
I'm searching.
And I was doing a watch along with Strasbourg Steve, and we were watching this game, and we're just making nonstop Jizz jokes the whole time. We're like, if Jizz watches, we were just being total like teenagers about it. And that game turned nuts. It was like I think it was like a 5-4 final. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Jizz Hornkamp, look it up. Here, I'll put it in the chat. This is literally the guy's name. I'm not even lying. This is his name. You look it up on Transfermarkt, look it up on Wikipedia. That's his full name. Or there's some middle names in there too. And I'm just like, how can your parent? Yeah, see? Oh, I spelled it wrong. It's Horn. Yeah, that's literally his name.
What the hell? What is his parents thinking of?
I don't know. That must be a Dutch thing. Yeah. So when I'm talking about Jizz Hornkamp, that's not made up. That's real. His parents named him that. That must not mean the same thing in Dutch. I have no idea, but we watched it. He used to be on a team called Heracles, and we watched a game. It was like some 5-4, just like crazy back and forth. He had a hat trick. Jizz had a Jizz trick, a Jizz hat trick. Yeah. Caicedo has his best is Norgard. Oh, that's
crazy, by the way. That's crazy. Norgard.
That's an embarrassing comment.
Yeah, that's absolutely that's top tier rage, but it has to be. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. That player that you just named me, I'm gonna literally say it to my friends here and just see their reaction.
Hornkamp. Yeah, and I'm trying to find ways to drop it on a stream, but I haven't yet. I haven't found it yet. Because nobody ever talks about the Eredivisie, and none of them are the Champions League, so it's hard to really even bring that up. But
no,
I wanted to say I actually think he's having a better season than Gyökeres, so I should rattle some Arsenal fans and be like, "What? He's not even having a good season as Jizz Hornkamp."
Yeah, I'm not lying to you, yeah, because when I was watching Gyökeres today against Chelsea, my eyes were burning. Honestly speaking, he's absolutely horrendous. He's so bad. Every time he makes a pass, it's people say it's an agenda. Yeah, I'm not lying to you. Gyökeres, he's not good. He had a really bad performance. His passing wasn't good. His link up wasn't great. He doesn't really offer Arsenal anything. What does he actually offer? Havertz probably offers more. Jesus offers more. They compared him to Ekitike, who Ekitike is miles clear of. Joao Pedro's clear of him. Haaland's clear of him. You know, there's so many strikers, bro. Even Sesko is better. Even Sesko is better than Gyökeres. Sesko is a better player than Gyökeres, right? So they're talking about 10 goals. I mean, Calvert-Lewin has 10 goals, so 10 goals isn't really that impressive. And people say to me, "Oh, but Ekitike has only got 11." But Ekitike does other things than just score goals. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he just joined the wrong team. I think he just thought like,
Who
oh,
do
I
you
just
think
need
he
to
should have
get out of
joined?
my
What?
situation in Portugal, but he just doesn't fit that team at all. I don't think that's how Arteta wants to play a false nine. It's very clear. That's why he signed Gabriel Jesus. That's why he signed Kai Havertz. And Gyökeres is the antithesis to that. He can't do that. He doesn't have the ability to drop back. He doesn't do that. And so they need world-class creators to get the best out of him. They don't have it. Even Eze looks terrible under Arteta. Like Eze is a better player than what we've seen. We know that. Like he was way better under Palace. They're lacking that. And I think they're also just suffering from the fact that I think Bukayo Saka's injuries have just taken quite a bit out of him. He doesn't look like the same player at all. He's missing that burst of pace that made him so special. And he's having more injury issues. And I think he's just been severely mismanaged from a young age. And I wouldn't expect that to get better, because when you tear your hamstring, like that's never going to fully heal. And, I guess he was smart to take that contract, because I don't know if his playing would have earned him that.
So when Saka was at his best, where would you rank him? Because my opinion on Saka has always been, he's just a good player. I don't think he was ever. Yeah.
I would say rate him 22-23 season. I thought he was very good. That was the year they kind of burst out and were like, we're trying to make a title run. And obviously that team was too young and couldn't do it. I thought he was very good in that season. He was scoring a lot of goals. He was creating a lot of chances. The entire team was kind of built around him doing everything. And he did quite a good job. But I just haven't seen that player since. Yeah, I agree. I think he was very, very good. But when you tear your hamstring, like that's a serious injury, especially if it comes off the bone. Like that happened to Kevin De Bruyne. He was never the same. I mean, granted, Kevin De Bruyne was also like 8 or 10 years older. He's up there in age. And then he just went and did it again. So, because a lot of scar tissue builds up, and it's just really hard to get back to, like, it's like even when you get an ACL, like it's just never the same. It's just never the same. Like your body just is one way for a while. Or if you're doing Achilles or something, like you'll just never be the same player. And unfortunately, if you lose that 1%, like that's usually what makes you a top player. And when you when you lose that and you drop that 1%, you go from an extraordinary player back to, a very good or average player. And I think we're kind of seeing it. Yeah. Like I don't see him looking the same. I haven't since that injury. Like he just doesn't look like the same player at all. The explosion's not there. Like the crosses aren't quite always there. I mean, they seem to have figured something out with the corners, but who knows how long that'll last for. They need to. Speaking of the corners, man, I'm getting sick and tired of watching orgies in the box when we're seeing these corners. I hope they do something with the rules, because, I mean, it's been playing rugby out there today. Yeah, that's a good comment. Elise, Elise is miles clear. Elise is like probably one of the best wingers. I think he's probably the best right winger in the world right now. That guy is just.
I'd probably say
insane. If I was to rank, and we all let him go for cheap to Bayern, and that was stupid.
Yeah. I would say I would put. You know what it is for me? Even the 23 season where Saka played really well, I would still rate him a 7 out of 10. When I think of very, very good wingers, I think of Mahrez, I think of Hazard, I think of even
Salah in his prime. That guy was elite. One of the best we've ever seen in the Premier League. Hazard's up there as well. Mahrez. Yeah. These are insane names that you're listing off.
Yeah, even though I'm not a fan of, even obviously I troll Liverpool fans about Salah, even though I judge him technically, I don't think he's that good on the ball. His prime, I would say he was very good. He was a killer. He was an output machine. Prime Sterling, 18, 19. He's not like my type of like winger, but I would still say he was very good that season. Bukayo Saka in that season for Arsenal, even at his best, but I would still label him as good. So if there's like 4 tiers and Hazard's in that number 1 tier, I would put Saka in tier 3, if that makes sense. And then just below Hazard, I'm putting the Alexis Sanchez, the Mane's, and then tier 3 is like.
Oh, I'd put Mane one higher. I
Oh,
really
would you? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Mane. I was scared to death of that guy.
Yeah, no, Mane was
all those titles. He was the one. He actually scared me more than Salah did. Even though I think Salah was better, Mane just scared me more. He did so much damage against City. I got a lot of PTSD from those title races.
Sadio Mane would do more in 90 minutes than Mo Salah, and he would absolutely. I think
he was a workhorse. Yeah.
I think Kyle Walker said the hardest winger he's ever faced is Sadio Mane, and because he was just relentless, yeah, and he was a big game player. People need to understand he was a big game player.
Oh yeah.
Elise is clear of 100. No, Elise, even at Palace in his second season, he was really, really good that season. And then he took his move to Bayern Munich. I would still put Yamal comfortably number 1. I would put Elise number 2. I would put probably Kvaratskhelia or an Ousmane Dembele, those type of wingers, Rodrigo too. So yeah, I've never said that Saka is a dead player. I do think Arsenal fans in general just overrate their players.
Yeah.
But I would still label him as a 7 out of 10 player. That's just me. People can disagree. That's totally fine. Kells, I say this to LFC fans all the time. Mane was scary.
He was very scary. Salah got more of the headlines, but Mane did. Oh God, Mane scared me so bad. Can I ask you a question? Because you have like a different. You don't have a bias in this question, but when we're talking about like top center backs, this idea just spawned on me because you were like Arsenal they overrate their players, and they keep telling me Gabriel is like the best center back. I'm kind of curious where do you rate Joško Gvardiol as a center back in the Premier League?
Oh, where would I rank him? He's been injured. I feel like I forgot how he plays.
Yeah, he broke his leg, so he won't play the rest of the season.
If we're talking about
he played half of the season though.
He's played hard. I think Gvardiol's a good centre back. I do think he's a good centre back. I do like him. I think he's good on the ball. I think defensively he's sound. He does his job really well. I don't think Gabriel has been that great this year. I don't think he's been that great. I think last year he was very good. This year I've seen him do a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, a lot of bozos.
Yeah, I just think the centre back market. I mean, the centre back position right now. Van Dijk has fallen off a little bit. He's fallen off. So if we're saying overall, I would put Van Dijk number 1. But if we're talking about who's been unformed this season in terms of defenders, you'd probably put Saliba maybe. Or
Saliba has probably been the better of the two. My unbiased opinion.
Yeah, my unbiased. I would say Saliba has been better than Gabriel this season. Who else? Man City centre backs.
Do you think? I know he just joined City, so there might be a little bias. But what do you think of Mark Gahey?
Mark Gahey
He's actually been pretty good for Palace too.
Mark Gahey is your typical centre back that's going to give you like a consistent 7 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10. He
literally took the words out of my mouth. I'm like, he's always going to give you a minimum 7 out of 10. Like, wow, we actually thought the exact same on that.
I actually saw him in the Euros, and obviously I named you Kobe Mainu, and who else played well? Yeah, I thought even Guehi performed well in the Euros too. I thought he was defensively sound. He's got good recovery pace. He's got a good. I think his positioning is good. I think on the ball he's good. I think he's. With Man City, I feel like they've lacked that centre back. That I don't know. You know which centre back I thought was who I really liked here is like the Laporte. I thought he was.
I miss Laporte.
Laporte is someone who I really liked. I thought he helped you massively. So having a centre back like a good, because I feel like with Ruben Diaz, he's had a few injuries and he's not always the quickest. He kind of gets done in pace. And with Kyle Walker not being at the club anymore because of injuries, you kind of are missing that Kyle Walker who can just recover. You play Kusanov now. There was a game where you subbed on Kusanov. I think it was against Newcastle. Game. Yeah. So Guehi, I do like Guehi. I think he's a solid centre back. I think he's a solid centre back.
I know there was a comment earlier in the stream saying that Donnarumma was our signing of the season, but I think if we do end up winning this Premier League, I think a big reason will be because of Mark Gahey. To be fair, Streets. He's actually kind of right about Maguire. Like that pains me to say, but Maguire has like subtly like not been so terrible. Like you just think of some of these bozo moments, and he's actually I don't think I'd put him in like the top 10, but like I'll just say he surprised me. I didn't think that I would ever be complimenting him, and he's not as bad as I thought he was, and I think he could be a big reason why you've kind of seen this resurgence.
Maguire's performances, has been actually good. He's done his job fairly well. I've been a massive critic of him. I'm not going to change my opinion and start magically rating him, but I'm going to obviously give him his credit for doing a good job. I think he's accepted his role at Man United. The price tag that we brought him for 80 million, he was the main. I think there was too much pressure, too much eyes were on him. The whole comparison with Van Dijk, because obviously Van Dijk was brought for that amount of money. No, Van Dijk was probably cheaper, but you get the point. Similar price. And Maguire, when he's the main guy and all eyes on him, he just crumbled under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He had a good debut against Chelsea, but there were so many seasons where I'm like, he's tackling our own players, he's doing stupid mistakes. Yeah. Ever since he went under the radar and just accepted himself as a squad player, and whenever you need him, he just gives you the 7 out of 10s. You know, physically dominant, wins his aerial duels. He's actually scored some important goals as well.
He's had some very clutch goals too, like set pieces at the end of games. Like he's headed them in, and I'm just like, you're not really expecting that. Like I know Van Dijk does that sometimes, and Gabriel's had a bunch of those this season, but Maguire's also had quite a few.
Well, Maguire's got a big head, so I was expecting a lot of goals from his head. He's got a really.
That's why
big
we call him Slabhead.
Slabhead, exactly. So Maguire, I think, has been good. I thought, what's his name? When you said to me who's been one of the best centre-backs, this might be a little bit of bias, but if De Ligt didn't get injured, I would have put him up there because I thought he was performing fairly well. He's your typical centre-back that gives you a 7 and 8 out of 10. He's more of your aggressive centre-back. I think he was... I thought before he got injured, he was solid. But yeah, I don't mind people saying Saliba has been the best. I do think Saliba... You know who I also like? I actually like that Forest centre-back, the Brazilian. What's his name?
Oh, Murillo.
Yeah, I think
him and Milenkovic. I don't know how Nottingham Forest are so terrible because
they've got some good players.
Like I think Milenkovic and Murillo they're both very good, and they're quite a good like pairing. Matt Sells, something happened to Matt Sells because I thought he was one of the top keepers last season, and because they were very good last season with almost the same squad
with Nuno. Yeah.
And he got them into European football. Like that's pretty impressive. I think their midfield, like I rate Elliot Anderson. I also rate Morgan Gibbs-White. I just think he's a nasty little like pit bull workhorse. And sometimes you just need that. So I don't know why they're so bad. You know, Chris Wood was scoring 1 million goals for them last season. Maybe he's not really this year, but I'm kind of just like, I don't know why they're so terrible this year.
I don't know what's happened with Forest. I think
I think they get relegated. I hope they do because
Elliot Anderson.
Like we've been heavily linked to Elliot Anderson, and that would like drop his price tag considerably. Like because I'm sure Marinakis is going to ask for 100 million. I'm like, you can't ask for 100 million in the championship, buddy.
Do you reckon you'll get him then? Yeah, with Elliot Anderson, because I know United are also looking at him, but
I would imagine. I think we're going to sign him, but there's a lot of like turmoil going on right now. There's a lot of rumors like suddenly, Rodri is not signing a new contract, and I would love to keep Rodri and then also like have him and Anderson like as a pivot, and then you could play Turkey and Foden together because you'd have a brick wall behind you. I've been wanting to see it with Nico Gonzalez, but Pep just refuses to do it. Bernardo Silva is out of contract in June. There are some rumors that we're trying to give him a new contract. I don't, again, take it with a grain of salt. It's just stuff I've kind of heard on the internet. So I don't, Twitter, Twitter is 100% accurate. There's accurate as Wikipedia. I think if he stayed, that would be really, and Rodri stayed, then I don't know where there's any room in our midfield. And so I think, I wonder if one of them leaves. I don't want Bernardo to stay. I just want him to. I just think it's time. Go out on a high. Like, thank you for everything you've done. It's time. I really think that's preventing our midfield rebuild right now because Pep just trusts him so implicitly that he literally won't give the next guy a chance to play. Like Phil Foden is stuck on the bench, and I'm blaming Bernardo Silva for that because I would rather Phil be playing in that spot, but. Pep he's just blindly obsessed with Bernardo Silva. So I think it's the best thing for the club if he leaves, but everybody Pep just is obsessed with the guy. Like he speaks higher than him than he did at Messi. So I'm just like, I don't get that, whatever. But Adam Wharton's a good player, but I don't think he's the six that City need. I think our midfield needs to get more physical, and Elliot Anderson fits that profile for me. Sandro Tonali fits that profile for me. Or Gibbs-White. Out of the three of them, though, I think I think I'd prefer Anderson or Tonali. We also have a homegrown issue. We don't have a lot of homegrown players. I think next year, most of our outgoings are going to be homegrown players. Like John Stones is a homegrown. He's going to leave. His contract ends. He's not going to be extended because there's too many injuries. Nathan Ake is heavily linked out the door. I don't know if we're going to be able to move him, though, because he has so many injuries. He still has a year left on his contract, but he's also a homegrown player. I know he's Dutch, but he grew up he was in the Chelsea Academy, so that qualifies him as homegrown. Trafford probably going to leave because Donnarumma's in his way and he doesn't want to be a bench player. Rico Lewis is going to leave. He's just not good enough. He should have left over the summer, but he didn't. He wanted to stay and fight for his place. Oscar Bob was a homegrown player that we sold. So I think next year we only have 4 homegrown players on the books, which is Nico O'Reilly, Phil Foden, and now Semenyo and Mark Gahey. So we have a problem there, but Elliot Anderson is a homegrown player. So that would help alleviate kind of that. Otherwise, we just literally won't have a squad.
Elliot Anderson will improve you guys massively as well. I think Adam Wharton is more of your. I'm not saying he's as good as Rodri, but like he's like that. He's actually the number 6. Wharton. He's more of a 6 than Elliot Anderson. I think Elliot Anderson's more of an 8. I know Anderson can do a job in the 6, but both are good players, and both of them are going to be looked at by top teams. Man United need the midfielders. Liverpool. Oh, this is what's annoying.
Wharton is very likely to go to Liverpool.
Who, Wharton?
Again, yeah, Wharton I've heard is very likely to go to Liverpool. Again, it's just Twitter rumors, so I don't know. I read them all. I don't know if I believe any of them, but
I know we're interested in.
There's a lot of rumors and innuendo out there. We'll just say that.
Oh yeah, 100%. Adam Wharton is horrible. Listen, guys, it is a bit late.
I might need to go to bed.
Yeah,
and now it's starting to get dark here. So,
listen, I appreciate you for coming in, Kels.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. This is actually like a perfect time for me because it's like when you messaged me, it was like 4 PM. I'm like, yeah, I'm awake.
Yeah. I'm obviously off this week from work, so I'll be probably be doing these type of streams a little bit more often this week. I appreciate it. There's still 70 people here. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. And Kels, you can just, I guess, tell the people where they can find you. I know I see her a lot on Footy Judge Mo. I will release the video of when Ashraf, I think that's his name, when he said Rice is as good as David Silva. I got the clip and I'm going to be reacting to it. I don't know if you were on the stream. I don't know if you've clocked onto it.
I think I must. Maybe I missed it. I must have reacted. No, I started laughing really loudly, and then Judge Mo was like, "Oh, you're too." Yeah, he did made a face. Yeah.
I will. I will definitely. I've been doing like a series on my YouTube of like reacting to takes that I said on Footy Judge Mo that aged really well, and then I've done some takes where they've said some things that are horrible that aged terribly. So make sure you watch out for that. And big up, Kels, your class. Hope so.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you for the comment about me. But if you're praying on City getting relegated, I would place your money. I'd place the bet elsewhere. I don't think we're getting relegated.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm assuming he means 115, but
yes,
we're not getting relegated for that. Sorry.
Yeah, City probably won't get relegated.
Hey, speaking of rumor and innuendo, the rumor and innuendo is Man United do not think we're guilty at all, and they're saving money to pay out Man City because we're going to sue for defamation, or every club's going to have to pay like apparently we're going to again rumor and innuendo. Don't know if any is true or not. Like we're going to ask for a big payout from the Premier League for defaming our character. And United allegedly are putting together money for that fund to have to pay, because every team who is part of the lawsuit, which is the entire Premier League, would have to pay for that. And we're bleeding the Premier League dry in the legal fees. So that whole endeavor of 115, I think, is just going to be a big waste of everybody's time and money.
Yeah, I don't think. Listen, like they can be charged with 11115 with extra 6 zeros. I don't think anything's going to happen. I just believe that. Yeah, I don't think anything was going to happen.
They're just too outlandish. I don't know what there's just no evidence to substantiate these claims. Like we've been to UEFA court. We had people testify under oath who weren't associated with the club, and they still cleared them. So it's like, what else could you? What else is there? Like if the people literally from those companies testified under oath that nothing happened, where's your case coming from then? Like it's already been denounced. It's already been like your argument's dead. So I have no idea I have no idea what the Premier League are doing. And it sounds like they don't either.
Yeah, the Premier League is going to need all the obviously Man City, Premier League. They're not gonna get relegated. I mean, if they did, it would be funny. But yeah, Declan Rice is better than Ahmed. Respect me, man. And my clips will be coming out soon of me playing football. I've got better passing than Declan Rice. I just need a bit.
That I do believe.
But yeah,
just don't rate the guy on ball. I really don't, man. I wish I'd hammered home more when Lashraf that day when he was at Davidson. I wish I'd hammered a bit more home. You think of a good point like after the stream's over.
That's true, That
one of
is
those
true.
classic situations because we don't get when we're on a stream, we don't get prompts. Like we don't know what's going to be discussed. It's all just like how you can think of it on the fly. And I always think of a lot of things after the fact.
No, 100%. Obviously, like when I have more of a planned stream, I'll let you know. I'll let everyone in the panel know, and then what's going to be discussed. I don't really like to, just you can only talk about this. Just I'll let my guests just talk about whatever, and then it's just going to flow naturally. So you can, just tell the people where they can find you. I guess I would cook you in 1v1. No, you would.
I have basically taken over Patrick's channel, True City Fan TV. He's going through some health issues right now, so I'm kind of helping maintain the channel while he's gone. He's given me the keys to the car, and I haven't crashed it yet, so that's a good sign. I've had a couple of attempts where I should have. Don't go back and rewatch my Real Madrid stream from earlier. That got really bad. That got very charged. I stream on there. We do watch-alongs for the games. Sometimes I'll randomly just go live. We do a lot of previews and reviews and stuff. I do a lot of streaming with Strasbourg Steve. He does it on True City Fan TV, but we'll broadcast on his channel. But I jump around a lot too. I go to I'm on Judge Mo a lot. I go on the Football Terrace for match reactions. I stream on the Mancunian Way. That's a really good city channel. Big up Martin. Yeah, say some prayers for Martin too. He's just send him some prayers. I'll just say that. Just
I'm
Martin from Mancunian Way is he jumps on Judge Mo a lot as well. Really, really nice guy. Just send him some prayers as well, along with Patrick, because they're both going through some health issues. So I won't get into details, but I just jump around. I go on some smaller city channel. I was on Egal's channel earlier today, so I get around. That's what she said.
Oh, Egal, honestly, Egal makes me laugh, man.
He was whining about the referees in the Leeds game.
He can't be talking about.
They should have gotten a penalty. I was like, he's like, yeah, that was a handball on Nunes. I was like, Declan Rice did the exact same thing while he was strangling a guy. And nothing. So I don't want to hear him ever complain about the referees again. You see David Raya right hooking João Pedro in the box, and he's complaining about the referees. I'm not listening to that. I'm not listening to it, mate. Take a look at your own team. How many times has Gabriel should have gotten a second yellow this season? Hasn't. This is why I don't complain about the refs, because I'm just like, I can't. I just hope we win the Premier League, because we can't let that anti-football win. That'd be such a bad indictment of the. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. We can't be doing that.
Look at Saliba, by the way, grabbing him.
Oh yeah. Oh dude. Yeah. Based on his face, like, oof. Yeah. That could be.
Nah.
You can't be doing that to other guys. Oh wow, that's a rage bait right there. Don't even.
That's definitely rage bait.
Yeah, that's right. Cunha's penalty. Yeah, I saw that. That looked a little sketchy to me, but.
Yeah,
whatever.
A guy can't be talking about refs. When I'm on his show, I'll be showing him the Declan Rice when he's holding the
bear hugging. Oh no, what? Just do that where he handballs the corner, and what he's doing with his other hand, he's like doing this. Yeah, he's got his hands wrapped around the guy's throat. I'm like, what are we doing here?
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Adam Morton's a good player, but. He's very good at progressing the ball. Like, he's very good on ball, but off ball, I think he lacks a little physicality.
I think off the ball, you need to, if you want to play Wharton, obviously, I think he does that position really well. If you have like a Believer next to him, or maybe a Tonali, that would be really good.
Yeah. That's where you want double pivot, because he can do all the on-ball work and have the other pivot kind of do more of the off-ball. That's what makes Rodri so special, is he's good at both.
No, 100%. 100%. Listen, guys.
I would say he's a world-class 6 and a world-class 8 at the same time.
Who's this? Rodri,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Rodri is a world-class midfielder, 100%. He's quality. Absolutely.
Anyways,
Appreciate
we'll let Ahmed go to
everyone.
bed.
Yeah, listen, I appreciate everyone. My eyes are about to go like this.
Yeah,
so.
he's struggling. It. Clockwork Orange time with the, just kidding. We'll let you go to bed. Thanks for having me on, though. That was a lot of fun. Anytime.
Anytime. Listen, I'll always let you know whenever I've got like schedules coming up this week, and I'll just let you know. Big up to everyone.
Sometimes it's fun to not talk about Man City. It's fun to talk about other teams.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. It is good to talk about other teams.